Alexander Usyk is looking to place himself further along the annals of history as he considers a new opponent in the future. 2026 will see Usyk entertain the notion of possibly facing Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. What's interesting is the Bronze Bomber is a former heavyweight champion and a contemporary. Let's talk about it. Alexander Usyk has set the boxing world ablaze with his recent comments speaking about where he's going with his career in 2026. He wants to entertain the opportunity to face Deontay Wilder. Considering that Wilder is one of his contemporaries, along with the likes of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Wilder brings a different type of a challenge, but also represents a champion who reigned for 5 years. So there's a certain amount of respect that Usyk is displaying by considering Wilder one of the greats of his era. And it has only been the people who have had an axe to grind with certain bias against fighters that wouldn't see the same. It doesn't surprise me that Usyk has decided to take on the consideration for facing the likes of Wilder. In his fights against Anthony Joshua, he had shown that he has a display of ring IQ and boxing skills and abilities that separated the size matters equation when he faced Joshua in 2 fights. Taking the titles away from Joshua, who was unified at their first meeting, Usyk boxed wonderfully to take the titles, but in the rematch, which he knew that Joshua, even after changing trainers, would come in and pose a different type of a threat and maybe even be a little more aggressive, but it wasn't to be because Usyk's overall sensibilities and the fact that he had been in with Joshua once before and successful led to a second victory. Then came the likes of Tyson Fury, where he was able to show a tenacity, being crafty all the while and deceptively strong, powerful, and elusive, because Tyson Fury looked at him as an opponent that was small, Tyson being 6'7" and Usyk being 6'2". But what Usyk was able to display is what Tyson really feared at the core. In 2 fights, Usyk was not only able to display those qualities of which I just mentioned, but he was bringing the best boxer that Tyson Fury had ever fought in his career. And it showed. And Tyson, who came into the rematch after threatening to do things a bit differently, he wasn't able to make the necessary adjustments to even have an impact against Usyk. And then when you consider the other heavyweight champion of this era, which was Daniel Dubois, in their first meeting, Usyk was able to show the reasons why there was a separation between them and not just about size and strength, as he showed an edginess and was astute and attentive, all the while persevering. The low blow, alleged, from their first fight, changed Usyk's frame of mind, and he attacked with a different type of focus, taking the likes of Dubois out. And in their rematch, he had already won the mental battle. So that brings him to his record presently of 24 wins and no losses with 15 KOs. So the fact that he's turned down the opportunity to face Fabio Wardley means that it frees him up to do some other things, which is facing Wilder. Now, Wilder, who has always been known for his power, is one that has had fallen luck over the last 6 or 7 fights of his career, where he's lost 4 battles. But his tenacity has always been the same, and you cannot doubt the courage that he brings with each and every fight. His trilogy with Tyson Fury brought out more about his character and resolve than many people would have considered with he going into the fight against Fury, where he was never considered a boxer of the ilk that could handle a really skilled boxer himself with size. And that's what Fury was able to bring, along with some other things that have been spoken about either behind the scenes or in the open that many people don't want to acknowledge. The trilogy that these two men fought, though it was exciting, was not on the level. And that's the worst part about this aspect of boxing, because when things are not on the level, you can't really enjoy it to the core as you should. Wilder's current record of 44 wins, 4 losses, and 1 defeat with 43 KOs gives him a record that is admirable, but at the same time an opportunity for a unified title, which he had always wanted to fight for, is something that I'm sure would get his competitive juices going and resurrect a sense of purpose in the sport. If we look ahead through 2026, if there's an opportunity for this fight to be made, you can expect fireworks, but not the type of fireworks from a war like a Hagler Hearns, but it would be something where Usyk, who realizes a victory over Wilder would mean that he would have a trifecta over the 3 great heavyweights of his era and those who were most feared. It's no coincidence that he's fighting Wilder last, because Wilder is an enigma. He's the type of fighter that he can end any fight with one punch. And I could understand how Usyk would have wanted to face other fighters first, because facing someone with the likes of Wilder's power, he may not have been able to recover from that going forward. He's not a big man physically himself, but he's big on the inside. And so with Wilder, if he decides that he would like to take this move, it will be one final chance for him to cement a legacy and accomplishment in the sport. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this possible matchup for 2026. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.